Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Dezi, and you're in the place to be if you love all things magical, mystical, and mysterious. Today's video topic is all about the top 7 signs you may be a witch. Let's get into it. Sign number 1 is you see coincidences everywhere, and to you they're not really a coincidence. They are a sign from the universe, from before when you were younger to now. Ever since you can remember, you sought signs throughout the universe, throughout the earth, through the clouds, through the plants, through the water, through numbers showing up synergistically throughout your life and conveniently throughout your life, or seeing just knowing and having a sense of divinity with the earth through signs that you saw through like a shape in the cloud, and having a knowing or a vision of what is to come through that vision, through that sign, and then later on seeing it come to fruition. Just divining through the elements, through the earth. That's sign number 1. Sign number 2 that you're a witch is you have a strong connection to the earth, and you feel connected and you have a sense of belonging and you feel restored when you are in nature and you are communing with nature and you are giving back to the earth. Number 3 is actually empathy, and with that comes energy and being able to sense, feel, and control and manipulate energy. Whether that is feeling a sense of sorrow or joy or whatever that feeling may be, to the complete core, on every cellular level of your body, you can feel it. When someone walks into a room, we all have those feelings where you can tell they're in a bad mood, but it's like that times a billion. You feel the emotion as if it is your own, and that is what we call empathy. And a lot of people are empaths. Not all empaths are witches, but most witches are empaths or have some type of sense of that, because we are healers, and that is a skill that we need to have to do our jobs. And that basically makes us who we are, is we're very sensitive to other people and their plights and their situations, and we want to help and heal them. That is our purpose. Sign number 4 is you are into the life of holistic health, where it comes to that holistic lifestyle, whether that be through meditation or holistic practices of yoga or Reiki or massage or herbal teas or herbalism or whatever it may be, light therapy, Native American or Indian or Chinese medicines. Those are all holistic practices in themselves, and you've always been very intrigued by those things. These things are where we come from natural medicine. Modern day medicine is all derived from these natural practices, and they are still used today in many different instances in combination with modern medicine as well. Number 5 is you have a strong intuition, and with that I mean you can just either know or sense something is about to happen, and then it comes into fruition, it manifests itself, and you're always right. It's just a constant thing. It's not to say that you're gloating and you're always right about a situation. It's just that you know in your being before something happens, and then it happens. Like for myself, it's kind of hard to talk about, but without getting into details, I would get a sense of this is going to happen, and then it does. For example, my neighbor, I looked at his white truck that I would walk past every day to get to my house. And for some reason this day, this white truck stood out to me, and it was his work truck. And I saw it and I was like, I'm never going to see this man again. Something's going to happen. He's getting up there. He may pass. And I just kind of had a sense. And I like to avoid these feelings sometimes. I'm still working on it. But I had a sense of knowing And the reason why I avoid it is because it does scare me for these types of situations. And that night, he actually had a heart attack, multiple heart attacks, and passed on. So these are things that happen that are just not, they're beyond coincidences, that are just, you have a sense of knowing something is going to happen, whether you know exactly what's going to happen play by play, or you have a general sense of something's going to happen, you may not see someone anymore, or someone's going to show up, that kind of thing, and it happens like that. That's what I mean. Number 6 is having one of the clairs. Now the clairs are, these are these different sensory abilities, like through clairsentience, you can have a clear knowing, a clear seeing, a clear audience where you can hear things, you can just know things, you can see things through images. All those types of things. Having one or many of these things in different combinations are a very strong sense that you are a witch. Now I found a few others. I did want to add them on, so these are 7+ signs that you are a witch as well. I have added to them. Another one would be you have a fascination with the cosmos. I guess this is something that was very prevalent with me, and you may not have all of these, you may have just some. That's definitely okay. But with me, I had a fascination with star bodies and the planets, and very especially the moon. That has very, very much been a strong pull for me. And along with that, number 8 is that you're a night owl. When you become alive into the world, when you awaken at nighttime, you become ready to go, and like your energy's high and you feel the most alive is at nighttime. It's a very, very prevalent that you are a witch, and you resonate very much with the moon as well, and you may be even a moon witch. Now there are many different types of witches, and yes, you don't have to label yourself as a witch or a certain type of one, but these are different types of witches that we use in the community to clearly state to others the main things that we practice in our practice. Not everyone does this, but it's a really good way to communicate what we may focus in our practice. For me, I am a Celtic pagan witch who focuses her practice on Celtic paganism as well as the Fae, which is very prevalent in Celtic folklore and in my heritage. But I'm also an elemental witch, so I use all the elements as well. And I would say I'm more of a fire witch as well, because I like to use fire in every single one of my workings. I also do practice hoodoo practices within my Celtic background. Not all of them and not in great detail, but I do use certain spells and routines and rituals that are hoodoo based throughout my routine. So for me, you would say I'm a Celtic Fae witch or a Celtic fairy witch. You could say I'm also you would say I'm also a hoodoo-based practitioner as well, or a Celtic/hoodoo-based practitioner, and that's just kind of a way to understand what you do. Some may be a water witch, some may be a cosmos witch, or a space witch, whatever you may label it, who primarily works with Earth and the moon and the planets and star bodies. It's kind of just what's more prevalent in your practice. So that is it for today's video, you guys. If you want to see more about different types of witches and their different categories to kind of give you an idea of what maybe you want to get into for your own practice, definitely check out the video above. That is going to be posted up above for you. I have a video of 15 different types of witches. Now this is by no means all witches, and it is not a very comprehensive list. These are just ideas of some types of labels of witches and what they do. You don't have to do exactly what they do to become this type of witch, but if you focus your practice around the majority of what they do within their practice, then you can label yourself these things. I'm making this video just for that simple fact that gives you an idea of kind of getting the juices flowing of what area you want to start learning about and focusing your practice on. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe to my videos if you are not yet subscribed. I do enjoy my videos, and hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out, because I do post 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I will see you in the next one. Peace, lovelies.